Hello, YouTube. We are back. Let's get a water and a short little break in here. Oop, I was on the wrong log. Question is, do we go over there over there for our main quest? I think we keep going here first. We keep pushing this one. Got my shoes on, Baterin. You're ready then, are ye? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd have considered it my civic duty to hit ye over the head and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do you no good. They're meant to make you look like a lady, remember? Not a lady's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast being held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Xanthal in Bulwark Hall, and he'll show you the way. Just keep that held eye, lass. After everything you've done for Laminsa, you've good reason to be proud. And don't let no high-born bugger tell ye different. Go to the Bulwark Hall. Take me to the banquet. I got my fancy shoes on and my gear up. Dress shoes? Fancy dress shoes? An adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes? Oh, now those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer. I'll show you to the briefing room. Do I look fancy enough with my horns?
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this woman for her services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect her on her journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
By the navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal. You bathed in her light.
Yashtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Carteneau, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe.
Oh my god, I'm so small.
In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
If you started in Gradonia, you would be seeing Connie Senat, like this kind of thing. And Odal, you'd be seeing Ruban. Those three that were talking now.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn! Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
I believe that has to be a reference. It's too close.
It! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
A reference to Metal
What of
Gear
the
Solid.
barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
That I should live to behold Bahamut once more. Magnificent eons of imprisonment have only made him hungrier. I am aware of them. Pay them no mind. They are powerless to act. It has begun. Soon the planet will regain its true form. Morning, sunshine. All a bit much for you, was it? You have a vision of the Battle of Cartanal and see how you feel. What happened? You don't remember then. You keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused the right stir. I had to carry you back to the wench myself. Well, I say carry. 'Twas more a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. If you can't carry my ass, you have problems, sir. Anyway, don't fret. It's little wonder he was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheek, though, so I'll leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants to have a word with ye. When you feel up to it, talk to Zenthal, and he'll let ye into the command room. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told the old Admiral was in the middle of telling ye a story when ye started snoring last time, and I doubt she'd look kindly on ye if you repeated the trick. Again, you have a vision of the Battle of Cartanal and see how you feel. They don't have access to the glamour stuff yet. You have not yet unlocked the glamour dresser. And I also haven't unlocked the retainers either. So I can't do anything, really. Oh, I can actually touch the... but I don't have any unlocked. Oh wait, this allows you to look at, like, cutscenes, I think, yeah. So you can look at past cutscenes. I forgot about that. But it's only like the... if I remember right, it's only like the cinematic cutscene. This little room is the inn that I have free reign to lay in now at any point. But the only point of like laying there is, you know, if you have access to the glamour and like retainers, that's the best way to do it. I usually go there when I'm messing with my glamours. Just because it has my retainer, and then it has that, so I can kind of like bounce around. Greetings, Lily. Admiral awaits you in the command room. I'm not even going to attempt to say her name. I love the character, but I don't think I've ever been able to say her name, like, consistently. I've been able to say it right after hearing it. But then I forget it the next day. Shall I announce you? Yes. Enter the command room. Hey, Admiral. It's my chair now. Ah, Lily, it is good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered. And let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing. One I would entrust to no other. She gonna break her neck. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business then. Yep, I'm the envoy. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartanal and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we face our path. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Parthenon. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to the Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions, a quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. Yeah, bitch, I got you. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nations, to the city-states of Gridania and Uldal. A grueling journey, to be sure. Were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An air pass, to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nation of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge, but before you depart, I suggest you trouble Bedrin for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well traveled. It is a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs to be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Lily, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. So, just to put in perspective, my character, my current main character on this server is her race. So my main character is like the size of her. Maybe taller? I don't know if she's the max height for a female Rogadin or whatever you say, however you say it. So I'm used to playing characters like that tall. Now I'm playing characters this tiny. I'm gonna like lose myself in a fight. Not gonna know where I am. Take me back up to the drowning wench, please. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are you? Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me, I knew was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you got that bloody eye. I'm proud of you, lass. Thinking about how far you've come, why, 'tis enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering ye my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass. The owl of Eorzea's laid out before ye, like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she's a big girl too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us Luminsians are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Uldal. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule, and no bugger with an ounce of sense that's split. But you're an adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's an heap of troubles what plagues every nation, see? Tain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen, and their god's damned primals. Aye, there's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later, you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there as you can't handle. Someone tells me you're going to be just fine. The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folks are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt them. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things around. This is the perfect time for an adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Oh, he's as far. I just noticed he's got tripe, which that you won in the first expansion. So that dude's at least into Ishgard. I have that minion on my main. I haven't been lucky enough to earn it on my other character on this one, in this area yet. I actually don't remember if I earned it or if Striker gave it to me. Can't remember, because she gave me a couple of minions she got copies of. I don't remember if that was one of them or not, but I know for a fact that's there. So now we're headed to the next place. Board the airship. Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. I like how they make a whole big point of this airship. Not gonna lie, once I get the airship, if I get to Gridania, I get the crystal, and I never use the airship again. The only time I really use the airship is when you, like, obviously get the Uldal, you do too, and whatnot. Yeah. I like the person in front, like the blacksmith person and whatnot, that we haven't talked to yet. Good fortune to ye, Lily. The day'll come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal, So depending on which place you start out, that same kind of dialogue happens, but instead of being Veteran, it's the mother. I forget. I'll let this go. I think this is gonna be voice too. I think. If it's not, I'll take a second, but I think this is a voice cutscene. I know one of the early ones is.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech Research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland. Soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
So that was Nero. Yeah, like I was saying, the same kind of thing happens no matter which city-state you start in. It's just with different people involved. So you can kind of like imagine roughly the same kind of like a special thing gets attacked, we stop it, we become the envoy. The difference is who is like... Was he falling through the floor? You got problems, my man. Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa Lamenta. Welcome to Gridania, madam. The Elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Yes. Greetings, good madam. You are the Lamencian envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Novika's altar. She will admit you to the lotus stand where the Elder Seed Seer awaits. Oh, I'm downstairs, I forgot. So instead of the drowning wench, you have the canopy here. And Mother Mionin, or whatever her name is here, she's the one that helped you, like, bait around, if you start here. The Ixal are the race in this area, and they attack like a tree. And you get the missive about how the Ixal were trying to summon a primal and stuff, so like everything happens roughly like the same. Just different people, and you get to introduce to other, because here, here's the, I'm going to get the crystals first, by the way, before I do anything else. Oh yeah, now I'm in Gridania, I can do the event too. At least I should be able to do the event now that I'm here. Most of the events happen in Gridania, so... If I remember right, most of them do anyway. I think these are the only, yeah, these are the only two here. And you'll see all the scions later on. Like, if you started in Gridania or Uldal, you won't meet Istola until later, but you will meet Istola. So, like, it's kind of a preference of what area you want, what class you're using. Because certain classes, like the Lancer, is over here, and if you're starting as a Lancer, you'll start in Gridania. So, like, that also is a factor of like what you want to do. In this case, I wanted to start as a Marauder, so that's why the reason I started on Limsa. But there really isn't a relevant to like where you start beyond that. I personally usually start in Gridania or Uldal just because I'm used to them. You have that one, we'll grab that one, do that one and that one. So I think, yeah. Pursuit of Excellence. We'll do that one next. Before we do the main quest, we'll get our umbrella. Something that I didn't personally know for a while until somebody pointed out to me. I'll show something over here. It's here. It's actually called, right on the map, what it says, but it's not something you really are relevant when you first start, but it is relevant. So I definitely check it out if you have been playing, you might not know about it. Like if you're newish. I'll just point this out while I can. To you, right? So, when you do achievements, like completing the story or leveling up stuff, or you're like mapping areas and stuff, you get achievements, and then eventually you'll get like achievement point with enough of it, and you can come here and get different stuff. And like some of this stuff is literally mounts. You can see these are minions here. You won't be able to, I think these are exchanged in a later place, so you won't be able to get this, but these are exchanged for swimsuit. I think you need one per piece, and there's 2 pieces because there's the top and the bottom kind of thing. If you want to get it. I don't know if there's anything else for this specifically, but you take this and exchange this in somewhere in a later area. Then this is like some kind of emote. You used to learn the water emote, so you water the flowers, I guess, kind of thing. But there's also more minions. Okay, here's some. Okay, here it's kind of barred in here. So the bardings are for your chocobo mount, which we don't have yet. But the behemoth warhorn is for a mount. The Deathclaw identification key is a mount. Then there's some music here. So yeah, there's a few things here. I think this is also a mount, if I remember right. So yeah, there's just some random stuff. Depends on what you want. I think my main character has everything from here. Like, I've gotten all of this. And these are, glamours that you can use if you want. I actually got this on my other character because I was using the ribbon as like a headpiece, because it's one of the few headpieces that the Hrothgar can wear. But yeah, I didn't know about this until like 6 months into playing. So when I came here on my main character, I was able to get like all the mounts and other things that I was interested in. It was funny how much stuff I had. I think I was already in like Storm. I might have even been in Stormblood by the time I knew about that. And I mean, it says it on the map, but there's just so much stuff on the map. Like, you know, it's easy to miss stuff. So, these events go on every so often. This is obviously like the Easter event. Last year, or not last year, because I looked it up and it was 2023. There was an emote you could get from here. This year it's just an umbrella, but I'll still obviously do it. This person, Jihila Aleppo or whatever, she was the last hatchling tide as well. But I don't know if she's last year's, because I didn't play for like a good gap. And I don't remember if I played during last year's hatchling tide. But she was the one that did it for the year before too, I know, for a fact, so. Hatching tide is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you in excellent fettle. That's my name. And I lead this annual celebration. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. May I ask your name? Lily Lovecraft. Well, Lily, I hope this is the beginning of a firm friendship. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatching Tide has its origins in the days before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I have been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as before you now, borne aloft onto the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to Hatching Tide before, so needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive any moment now. Oh, it's a disaster! The cart toppled over en route. Thankfully the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Good heavens! I'm glad to hear the poor driver is unharmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. I'm gonna continue talking like the fucking pirate. Myself! Though to create the quantity required will take time, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is, and I must see to the schedule alterations myself. But wait, Lily, perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand. It's a pleasure to meet you, adventurer. I do hope you'll consider helping us get Hatching Tide back on track. Thank you. The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies for the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fella, so he won't be difficult to spot. You can only hope he has enough stock. It's a pretty quick event. The year that I played it consistently, I should say. Did I grab this one? I don't know if I did or not. I did not. It was actually a long, tedious thing. I'm not even gonna say tedious, because I preferred it to what is here, but like, it was, like a fate. You know those things that randomly show up in the field? And you just had to wait for it to spawn. And then you had to, like, literally run after, like, Easter eggs, grab them without getting, like, knocked by the enemy, and keep putting them in baskets, and you got points for it. To get everything, you had to do it, like, a few times. So it took a while to complete it. And you had to, like, wait, so you just had to, like, literally... There were people all the time, just like this, right by the fate, just waiting for it to start. And like they would start every like 10-15 minutes or something, if I remember right, something like that. There was like a gap. Like it wasn't constant. Conjure is the only one I don't have yet. It's fine. Because that's where we go for the main quest, so. We have to go over there for the main quest anyway, so. But these events, what happens, from what I've seen, because the emote that I really like, I see that it's on the store, that you can buy it for like $2. And that emote was the one you won for doing Hatching Tide a few years ago. So it's not a bad thing. $2 to get an emote you missed 2 years ago is not bad at all, to be honest, if you like it. But if you're around during the event, you get it for free, so you should always just do these generally. I missed an emote on Valentine's Day this year that my friend has. I completely did not know the event was happening. Ah, you're that dreamer who was here before, ain't you? A right old mess, to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. Oh? Is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some tatty old odds and ends, or surplus wares that might be of use. If you want them, they're all yours. Might not be exactly what you needed, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eaten into my I'd rather see them put to good use. As somebody that has like max retainers, I feel that. Make use of these items that I've been hoarding, please. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fella he was. He certainly proved me right. Any road, we'd better take stock of what he's giving us. Let's see, this leather looks durable, and we have some metal springs and rings. That could do for some mechanism of some sort, and these lengths of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent chemical solutions. I never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs she saw in her dream with these. We can make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols. The trick will be making them look eggy enough. Any rounded object looks like an egg from far enough away. It's science. The shell makes the egg, as they say. Do they say that? Anyway, we should paint them. You're right, with some festive patterns in the outer canopy, and a convincingly eggy structure, the parasols might just make for a worthy replacement. Parasols are a sight more fiddly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisans should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush order for a myriad eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. Let us first pay a visit to the Workers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. You only got until like the 24th to do this event for this item, by the way. April 24th. We're going to the leatherwork, yeah. I was like, wait a second, wasn't the carpenter, it was the leatherwork, right? There's leatherworkers right here, carpenter is in the other area. You must be the adventure assistant Nonatia spoke of. She was just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid. Although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into parasol canopies. This material is water resistant to a degree, but nevertheless, for porous, untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot. But our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenters Guild and request they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up by the Black Rabbit Trader's stall and on. On it. I never remember which door is the way out. I always forget which way I'm located. Because if you go out of the one, you go to the left. If you go out the other, you're in front. And they look like the same building. Here, Carpenter is just over here. Yep. I had to readjust my vision. See, if you come out here, you go to the left. And I always forget which one is straight and which one is left. Hey, Beaton. Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. Here, make our parasol frames. And you would have us undertake this task with how little time left until hatching tide? Very well. The younglings in the acorn orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter in hand. Trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild. Just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to her once I finish, so you can go ahead and wait with her. Look at what we can get from this person. Oh, can I not actually access her right now? I love how every time I come here... Ooh, damn, look at those wings. Every time I come here, no matter what server I'm on, somebody is standing up there. In my main server, or my main home world, there's a Lalafell that always dances up there. And the funny thing is I haven't played that server in a long time. And I was curious, because I've been gone for like a year with that character almost. And I was like, I wonder if they're still up there. And I loaded in as soon as I came to do the event. And I came over and sure enough, they were standing up there dancing. It always feels wrong when they're not there. Welcome back, Lily. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap, and all set to proceed. How fare the eggs? We didn't get eggs, but we got an umbrella. Substituting parasols for eggs. What a wonderful idea. I can hardly wait to see what Nonata cooked up for the prototype, though. Wait, we must. Archon egg parasol. That's what you get for this event. Nonata will surely be along any moment now. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon egg parasol. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nada outstrip us in the hatching tide spirit. There must be more we can do. Let's show off your parasol to the townsfolk. But of course, we have to promote our newest addition to the festivities if we tell even a few Gridania that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us. Word will spread of its own accord. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventuring instincts to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. Come on, let's go. The market is always busy. Let us look for potential celebrants there. She'll accompany you now. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave her behind by entering a different area or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have her accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location. While you're accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. Entering the glowing area and speaking with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. There's literally only one bonus location that I saw, unless like going the far way around gets you somewhere. But I don't think, because they even show it right there. See, this like thing is where you talk. There's only like one bonus conversation to make it sound like there's gonna be a bunch of them. That's why I kind of say this event, it's simple, quick, not too bad. I enjoy it, but it just seems like coming from the one where we had to like fight enemies and gather eggs and stuff. It was like, okay then, I guess. It's not bad, but it's like kind of lackluster in comparison. Discuss the decorative basket. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea, and Anata worked her magic to create the final product. Talking about this basket. Egg appreciator. I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire a resplendent parasol like onto your own. At our hatching tide event, of course. How about it? Can you join us at the amphitheater? I'd be delighted with a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible. I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing of avoid perfection, and this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess. He just called it an egginess. Okay. Egg appraiser. Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. Not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask who is responsible for this masterpiece? The Leather Workers Guild and the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our Dreamers all had their parts to play. And if you join us in the celebrating hatching tide, you can receive one just like it. Ah, I should have known that the Guild's artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. Egg enthusiast. Heavens above, is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you will receive one just like it. For years I've searched for a parasol as darling as an egg, getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge? 'Tis a hatching tide miracle. I expect those three will tell all and sunder about our parasols. Our work here is done. Well, that went swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I shall go see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. Yeah, I'm kind of, because this is the last little bit. Once you turn it in here, you're done. You always make the place so pretty, though. Look, Lily, isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvelous? It was so funny, the day I did this, it was like early, like the first week of the event. Because this is like the second week. And this entire area was like covered with people getting the umbrella, or the parasol. And then they went to this cutscene and there's like 8 people you see here, and I was like, damn. It's like empty now, but before I couldn't, like, it was just a sea of names. They don't show the players in these cutscenes, so it was just funny. It was like the cutscene actually made it look emptier than it actually was. Eggs held aloft, just as in my dream. Hooray, we did it! We certainly did. Shall we officially declare this hatching tide a success? Hold that thought. You yet to see the half of it. I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols. More than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock to those who came inquiring. With how many left my stall, with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash in floating eggs. That's incredible to think the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Wait, they're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right, I was intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. Our original plans met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we've touched the hearts of more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind. This will go down as the hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit traders shall continue distributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Nonata told me how to assemble them, so I can prepare as many as necessary. Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Nonata? I have no idea how to say her name. I couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. Ah, that reminds me, I have something for you, Lily. That's the very second parasol I ever made. After hers, of course. I thought it fitting that you receive it. With eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, Lily. The hatching tide most certainly hasn't. So they're a little different than other stuff. But yeah, last year... Yeah, there was... So you could do this too. I forgot about this. I don't have a lot of money. But there was more stuff than just that last year. There was like some furniture and stuff. But yeah, you can do these things. That's how they are. They're like fireworks stuff. But you can only get the like specific ones during the event. But anyway, let's activate this. And then let's go to fashion accessories. Enable auto umbrella. So anytime it's raining, you'll automatically turn it on for me. But for the sake of just having it and showing you off. So with these, you have the ability to change poses with it. Then also you have check if it's raining. And then the umbrella dance. That's all it is. It's just cosmetic. There's nothing special about it beyond that. But like last year, there was somebody, or not last year again, 2023. There was somebody sitting here and you could buy like those hatching type stuff. You could also buy like furniture, and I think there was like, I feel like there was either a cosmetic or something as well. But you had to do the fate over and over outside, grabbing eggs and stuff to get the points to, like, collect it. But, like, this year, I have not seen... I actually missed this. So I didn't get the fireworks on my other character. So I might have to go back and grab some fireworks just to have them. Just, not that I use them. I literally never use them. But, yeah, there's more stuff to it well, 2023. But, you know, it is what it is, like, it's still a neat little thing, like, I like this umbrella. It's more pretty than the one that I have. From, like, whatever else I did that I got. I don't even remember where I got the one on my main character, because it was so long ago. Maybe it was another event, who knows. And just like Limsa Lominsa, now we can do the gates outside and the air landing strip or whatever. Hey, Silent Conjurer. You're the Laminsian envoy. Begging your pardons, madam, but might I inspect the missive you bear? This is the seal of the Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. Please come with me. Hey, Connie, Senna.
So you are the Laminsian envoy. And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
Yeah. Here's the message. A remembered service for the fallen of Cartano. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Garland Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknown to us, the Garlands sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon, Dalamud, would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Cartano Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen. I would never wish to see again. Yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For desperate our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Muhammad, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land, which had but moments before been aflame, now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Lesoir may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Cartonnau. And so we were left with countless questions and no prospect of an answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity as devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service in Gridania. So if you were here, when you would have done stuff and helped Gridania, you would have met Connie Senna. And she would have made you her envoy. And then you would have went to the Admiral. And then Udal as well, which, like I said, was Ruban's, like, group. So, there is, obviously, like I said, difference, but you still interact with all of them, so it's only that little bit of beginning that's the real difference. There might be also some things, like I think later on they might say, oh, you had came from Limsa first, or, you know, like, that kind of thing, but yeah. You have done the people of Eorzea fine services today, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You meanwhile are bound next for Udal, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards, and if you'd be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Udal and beyond. And we have all the ones here because we have the airship. So let's just go to the airship. To Udal, please. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Udal. Oh, are you not Lily Lovecraft, the Lamincian envoy, on behalf of all? At High Wind Skyways, may I say what an honor it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? I totally glossed over that person last time. Because anytime I do it, it's just the airport feed. So I was like, yeah, like, take me to the place. Also, generally speaking, a lot of the NPCs you can talk to for random stuff There's way too much dialogue in that, and it's not like way too much, but like it's way too much that I'm going to not talk to every NPC every single quest, or it will be hours for each quest. Like, you know how I talked to the pirates at the thing and they were like being dickheads? Before I talked to the guy's dad. Well, we didn't know he's dad at the time, but like that, those are little bonus like dialogues you can get into by talking to things, but yeah, that takes way too long to talk to everybody every time. Oop. There's my charger. It will plug you in. I've been playing too much. I'm actually about to finish. So I'll say something else about this game. So what they do is they do like, it's called like, I always say base game and then post game, because each thing has like base game, A Realm Reborn, then post game, A Realm Reborn, and then you go into the expansion. And then I say base game Heavensward for the first expansion, and then post game. I'm about to enter post game of the Stormblood, which is the third one, and the character that's on this server. So they're getting close to my main character. You must be the envoy from Limsa Luminsa. Welcome to Udal, madam. The Flame Journal awaits your arrival. Welcome to Udal, madam. We have been expecting you. Flame General Ruban will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the hustings strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. We're also gonna obviously get all the... Oops. We're also obviously gonna get all this stuff, so go to the Ruby Road first. So we want to get all the teleportation first. Where does this take me? It takes me here, okay. I'll also demonstrate, it's over here? She... Momo? I would just call her Momo, but Momadi? I'm not sure how to say her real name. Quicksand is the place that you talk to instead of Badrin or the mother if you're in Gridania. And then the free room's like right there. There. You can see it's pretty much the same. You got the levee here, so on and so forth. Anytime you see a red thing like that, it means you can't do this quest. It's the one that I think it is, yeah, Killer Instinct, so. If you go up to it, it'll be, you need a Discipline of War or Magic at level 70. This is how you unlock the Reaper class. So yeah, that's why you see red ones around. Sometimes it just means you have to be like a set class. Like if it's like the class you're on is like, sorry madam, I didn't mean to cover my screen with your ass. I was looking off, then I looked up just to see. I love the wings. I want to get some wings. I have yet to unlock wings anywhere. I remember seeing them, but it was either at the Golden Saucer, and I've not really gotten like into getting the stuff at the Golden Saucer ever. Or it was at another place like that, and it just wasn't enough to get it. I have seen the ability to get wings somewhere. I just don't remember where. Okay, was this all of them here? Yeah, it is. And the steps of fall is the other area, so let's... Now, we're in this area. And like some of these, like this one should be... Oh, I just need to be 35. Okay. Yeah, see, there's always the level requirements on them. So usually you can see like some things like you need to be level 50 for that. This is always, I highly recommend always getting the Crystals of Anywhere. Even in like later expansions in the cities, they're the same thing. And it's just easy because whereas teleporting like with this costs money, teleporting within your current area does not. And by that I mean any of these, they're just teleporting to. So like, if you just want to jump around the city really quick, it's very good to have these. I'm assuming most people that are probably watching this have already played the game, so they know the basics, but I'll still treat like not. So it's still very good to have them. Okay. Goldsmith is the next place. Now let's see. I always fumble around over here. Is the thing down here? Yes, it is. I always fumble around with finding this one. And like finding the next area as well. Because we got them all here, but then there's 2 up here. So is this where we're going? Steps of not, probably. Also, I don't think I have them unlocked yet. I think this is where one of them is. You have to go from like above and then drop down perfectly on like one of these lights, and that's one of the like outlet things in this area. I don't really do them very much. I know. That's not where. That's back. Yeah, that's back out there. Is it somewhere over here where the staircase is? Yes. So unlike the other areas, this is just a big ass staircase. It's not like not a loading screen, it's just a fucking giant ass staircase. We'll get this, and then we'll get the alchemist one, and then we'll go meet Vaughn. Alchemist is out of the way. Over this way. Is it up or around? Like I said, always good to have these because you can just jump around really quickly. And when you get all of them, they open like being able to teleport right outside. As you'll see, it's the airstrip again. The western, Fenelon, and central. And then that in the airstrip. So yeah, we can jump to any of these. And all of that's free. As long as you're touching one of these that you've already activated, these are all free. You're not costing any money to do this. So in a city state, you can jump around quite a bit. Completely free of charge. What business would Her Grace have with the likes of you? Oh, you're not even one I can select. Alright. How dare you? So rude. Curious. Fair enough. Bartholomew. Lamincia envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. Here it is. Ah yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed. Oh yeah.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale.
I don't think
I won't
so.
hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartana, eh? I remember bloody Cartana. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the field against the Garlands? So my counterparts have educated you. I also saw it. Connie's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming. It is but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garlands 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than that they began seizing territory with their neighbors, or from their neighbors. Led by the Legas de Solis Los Galvanas, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabard to heel, and so the Legas, I forget how we said that already, became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing. He has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 24th? Or no, what am I saying, 24th? No, there's not two X's there. 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander, Gaius von Beiselsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us. And not only Uldal, but Gridania and Limsa Lomensa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the elder Seedseer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. The Admiral will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. You can now make use of the airship routes connecting the three nations. Before you may board an airship, you must pay the requisite fare in Gil. Leaving Limsa Lomensa. We got another minion. This is a regular war. It's just all classes. My Lady Envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Lomensa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Veteran, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Veteran would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. We already have all of them, so let's head back. My return is still on Limsa Lomensa, so we can get a free ride back there. That's where we go from there. I was gonna do the... Oh, somebody's crafting over here. I was like, what the hell is that noise? I should recognize that because I craft all the damn time. But... But anyway, I think I might hold off a bit yet before we do the quest. for the Marauders Guild yet. For a specific reason, but we'll see. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. It's wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in a... Well, if it ain't the one and only Lily Lovecraft. I was told a distinguished adventurer might be reporting for duty. Fancy that adventurer being you, eh? Just so you're fairly warned, though. This ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding hairy. But if you think he's still interested, let me know, and I'll fill you in on details. Rising to the challenge. We all know how it feels to have had one too many. That's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive looking journal right here. As oft used as it seemed to be, I have no doubt its owner is tearing up the town searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy Rogaden, who enjoyed his drink, seemed to be getting on well with one of our regulars. Enani? However you say that name? Perhaps she could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, veteran docked my wages. And I'll talk to veteran for the main quest too. Probably pirates. We need to get to like level 20 quests. We're at level 15 right now. Quests. It's like level 20 of the main quest to get our mount, I believe. And around then is when we also unlock the glamour, or the ability to go to where the glamour is, primarily. We have to level up a land or hand one, I think, to get the glamour to show up, though. I'm not 100%. I believe so. But yeah, I kind of want to get to the unlockable stuff, and then we'll kind of take our time with other stuff. I thank ye for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Stasha Seagrot, and I need a trustworthy sort head up north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, you know. But since that nasty business over to Swiftperch, folk have been a bit uneasy. Well, I say a bit. It's all they can do not to soil themselves every time the bloody floorboards creak. If you would permit me, Master Bedron, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself. What do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I came to welcome Lily back to Limsa Lominsa. It is well you have returned. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Tasha Seagrot included. The search revealed little, save that a family of couriers had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search it again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I'm loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. The Shyasha is located in the western La Nocia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa? I have no idea. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower deck. You're the man. Good luck to ye, lass. I look like I rolled out of a closet. Like I fell into a bunch of stuff and just rolled out. Beauty's only scalp deep. You're either a brave woman or a fool, friend. You'll be wandering the streets of Limsa today. What with the slasher of the fisherman's bottom on the loose. You've not heard? There's a madman about. Why, it's said he brandishes his blade so long and sharp that they could gut a whale. No one's seen any blood yet, but that hasn't stopped the rumors from sending shivers up spines in every alehouse in town. That you're still standing before me tells me you don't scare as easily as the rest. Perhaps you could assist with the investigation to start with. You might want to look into that scream I just heard outside. I like the pants. I find I like clothes more than I thought. Oh hey! The person just came closer to me. Have I seen who? Look, just... No. Thank you for the party invite, but no. Have I seen who? Look, just... Let me do the whispered me to. They whispered me to at the moment. See, because I spend some nights at the wench, then in my own home. And mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute. That bloody book. Why didn't you say so sooner? The tight-ass bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was heading for Elport, eh? Where else? Scurvy sop. Willin, he's still stranded at the ferry dock, though. The god knows it won't help me. Get Gil back. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and see what they said. I'm not even gonna answer. It was just hi. I don't know what they want. But I'm an introvert, so... I run away. Anxiety, leave me alone. I've intentionally hid the chat so I don't see anything that could be like considered bad. I also like that when they do the invite, they actually say their last name, so it just totally docks their name. I didn't even notice that until afterwards, so yeah. What are you waiting for? That's him, the slasher. Apprehend him. Toss him in the gall. Throw away the key, or gut him. And feed his lifeless body to the sharks for all I care. Just do something! Woe is me. Whatever did I do to deserve this cruel fate? For 6 moons I saved every last gill of my husband's hard-earned wage, forgoing new shoes, a new purse, sometimes even food for our children, all in anticipation of this day. What's so special about the day, you ask? Why, this day marks the arrival of a world-renowned aestheticism? I'm not sure how you say that. In Limsa, endless patience and self-control were to be rewarded with hair-raising transformation that would have every fashion-conscious Lumencia oohing and awing in admiration. Instead, I find myself accosted by this lecherous lot. Speaking of which, weren't you going to do something about this? Go ahead, have your way with him. I doubt he has anything to say for himself. Doubt. Oh, the ignominy of it all. Of course you take her side. For shame, is there not one sympathetic ear in this nation? An artiste of my renown should be welcomed with open arms, and a 21 cannon salute. Instead, I am branded a criminal, the tools of my trade, nay, the extensions of my very soul, ripped unceremoniously from my person like barnacles from the side of a frigate. I will not last long in my weakened state. No, even as we speak, the world around me grows dim. With my dying breath, I speak unto you three names, three kind souls who may yet put right what has gone so frightfully wrong. Forge Master, okay, Beaten, and the Alchemist Guild Leader, okay. If there's an ounce of compassion in you, seek them out and tell them Didleon sent you. When my soul is restored, my name rightfully cleared, all of Limsa, nay, the entire realm will sing your praises. For I, Didleon, am none other than You sick, my man? I feel you. I got some Benadryl. I got some Benadryl right here. And if it's cold, I also have NyQuil. I got you, my man. I guess I can go talk to the Forge Master real quick. Just sent you, let me guess. The barmy fool's lost his tools. Pardon me, the appendage of his very soul again, and is thrashing and tossing like the end of days is nigh. The man brings it on himself. If he toned down the theatric and went about his work like an earnest craftsman, I dare say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. No, I've not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity indeed for having to play audience to his whining. Any road, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him that if he loses these, I'll graft the next pair into his bloody hand. We will, something here I wanted to look at some point. It's a bunch of, like, random shit I've never even noticed. Like, I don't know how you get to this stuff, but there's, like, a bunch of random stuff you can... I think it was here that I read, yeah, I think if you have, like, certain gears, you can get other ones here and stuff. It's so funny that I've been playing for, like, on and off for 3 years. And I'm still learning shit every day, and I'm not even at the end. Like, After Shadowbringer, there is Endwalker, and then there is actually, I should have teleported. I need to go to lower Aminta. And then there's the new one, Dawn Trail. So there's 2 expansions I've not even touched into. And when I played consistently on my main character, level 90 was the max. And when Dawn Trail came out, it got bumped to 100, so there's like new sets of armor, new sets of this, that, whatever. So yeah, there's a ton of shit randomly that pops up. If you have business with me, be quick about it. My fairy and my next great adventure await. Here, bud. My journal. Why, I thought I had lost it forever. Pardon my rudeness, friend. Perhaps I should have stopped after 19 flagons. Har har. Did you steal a glance at its pages, perchance? No. For shame, that. This book contains, how might I say, a record of my numerous adventures. Quite the inspiring read, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did. Har har. You've the air of adventure about you, one still untested. But take heart, even the most accomplished adventurer, and I speak from personal experience, was once a whelp, with more dreams than sense. Were there only some way for me to repay your... Oh, but of course. I have a fresh journal right here that might as well have your name on it. Why not keep a record of your own? That one day we might regale each other with stories of our deeds. And with that, I shall be off. For adventure, and a flagon or 20 of the realm's finest ale calls me. Fare you well on your journey, and next time you find yourself at the wench, do thank that Elzen fellow for his generosity, har har. Now I have the challenge log unlocked. So these are weekly quests that you can do. And when you do them, you get like the experience or gil, so it's useful to do some of them if you're doing them. So it's good just to have this. Because like why not? You're just gonna get random shit anyway. You hear about the Commodore Rayner's investigation, and then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in western La Nucia, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Tashia. The Adventurer Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in Seagrot. The hall is on the way to Tashia. Tasha? Tasha? I don't know how you say it. Just north of Aleport. Head inside and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you. I forgot about the Hall of Novice. I guess we'll do our training and then we'll break, because the dungeon can take a bit, so I don't think I want to push the dungeon past that long past video wise, especially if I'm going to go do the Novice, Hall of Novice real quick. He's an adventurer. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Tushy Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty, no matter what the epic tales would have you believe. Strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions, and you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with details of your duty. Hall of Novice membership granted. You now have access to the Hall of Novice, designed especially for your chosen role. These solo exercises will teach you the ins and outs of combat. You may access them at any time, either by selecting the Hall of the Novice from the Duties section of the main menu, or by speaking with any of the smiths found in... Oh, I don't know if you could use... Could you used to do that from the Duties section? Complete this exercise to receive a set of gear that will aid you on your journey, and prepared for the Hall of Novice. Yeah, I forgot to give you armor, so I should do that. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete your training. You're under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course, but there is much to gain and not to be lost in an attempt. Oh, interesting. So they... Combat guide. I don't think they used to show it this way either. I think they've polished this up a bit since the last time I did this. So I also don't think it was considered tank training. I also don't feel it was... Yeah, I don't think it was limited to a tank either. Interesting, so they've changed this. So this is why... I remember it popped up for me when I started playing again, like a month or so ago, whenever I got back into it. Maybe more than a month ago. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Do our trainings. We'll do that, and then we'll break the video. Avoid the enemy attack. Listen up, novice. For this exercise, you'll be learning avoidance. An enemy often tips his hand before a big strike, so save yourself some hurt and step clear of the impact. Show you've learned to get out of the way and pass. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready. Ready to start then, eh? Yep. I feel like I'm gonna fuck up just because I'm fucking around. This training exercise is now underway. Watch your opponent carefully. When you see an attack coming, move out of the strike zone. Be facing me first. I won't hold back. Be quick on your feet. That's the way. Bro, you're ass. Bro, I wasn't even in that area when you started attacking it. Time to switch to a new technique. Better change your dance. That's the way. Bro! Now my turn. I'll teach you not to ignore a ranged target. At least you're getting me in your little radius. That motherfucker missed every time he tried. The last test will be to avoid both at the same time. Think you can dodge both? That's cheating. Keep on watch for signs. That's cheating. Chaining me there. Keep it up, lass. You're almost at the end of it. Y'all are ass at that. Outstanding. Learning to avoid the obvious attacks is a skill all adventurers need. Yeah, I still get hit by some of the obvious ones. Those who insist on standing still won't long survive the profession. And speaking of survival, perfecting each of me lessons will earn ye a piece of armor to help ye in your chosen role. You can also repeat this same lesson with the other masters and be rewarded with equipment that works best for students of their combat style. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. So yeah, they've separated this because this used to be for all classes. So I wonder if it looks different now. I'm positive the brand new attack, the brand new equipment used to be different. I'm positive it used to be all classes. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're at 2 now. Boo, 2 doesn't give us a piece. 3 does, though. What's this one? Execute a combo to increase immunity. Listen up, novice. So they've changed this because this used to be a very generic combat. When it comes to your place in a party, you're the wall of steel, what takes the enemy's hits. Soaking up the pain and keeping your mate safe. That's what you need to focus on most during battle. Immunity is the measure of how badly a foe wants to kill you, and it's your job to be at the top of every enemy's list. So for this exercise, you'll be learning about immunity and how to build it. Remember to bolster yourself with defiance before every battle. That'll get your foes to notice you nice and early. The best way to establish yourself as a threat: string together some nasty combinations. In your case, I'd start out with a heavy swing and follow up with the main. Show me a solid series of blows and I'll consider your lesson learned. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready. Yeah, before it used to be generic. It didn't matter if you were a healer or an DPS or otherwise, you did the same thing every time. Hit the wooden warrior with your combination. Heavy swing, okay? Don't try nothing fancy. If you order wrong more than 4 times, okay. That's the way, lass. Hey, you've got the idea. Keep it in the order I told you. Well done. Keep it up, Lash. You're almost at the end of it. And this concludes the exercise. Come see me for your reward. It is my reward. I didn't say there's a piece of armor. Use the combination in battle, and you'll build all the enemy you need. When faced with a single foe, it's the simple methods that are often the most effective. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember, this training on the field of battle. Give me my legs. Execute a combo in battle. Listen up, novice. I am. Do you recall how you build? Yeah. This time you'll be testing that combination on a proper opponent. I've said this before last, but it bears repeating. Your job is to soak up the pain and keep your mate safe. And you do that by directing the foe's enemy onto yourself. If your ally's still standing at the end of the fight, I'll count that as a win. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready to begin. Let me at him, let me at him. Pound your opponent with your combination. Oh wait, this up. Hey! Hey! Focus on me, bud. I saved you! I haven't used Provoke, and they didn't tell me how to use Provoke. As you've seen, combinations are a fine way of building enemy. Also, provoking them is a really good way too. A party is relying on you to take the hit. You need a reliable method for grabbing the enemy's attention. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. It's probably better than what I had anyway. Yeah. Next one. Cure enemy from multiple targets. Now this is what I would like to know more about. Because obviously that's one. How easily, because I was always struggled with this when I did like the AI dungeon. This exercise, you learn how to build an enemy with multiple foes. Please tell me. Have you ever tried using the overpower technique? It'll let you aggravate an entire group of enemies. So that is just how we do it? And just that one? Overpower hits every bugger within a circle around you. Make sure you're positioned so you don't miss anyone. Are we clear? Okay. So that is just how you do it. With all striking dummies simultaneously, okay? Now let me... It's now underway. Use your overhead to hit all 3 dummies at least once. You failed to carry out the instructions 5 times to be started. Well done. Probably? Hey, you've got the idea. Oh, damn. How far is it? Oh, damn, okay, it's further than I thought it was. Keep up, Blast. We're almost at the end. Yeah, that's actually further than I thought it was. Facing multiple foes, it's all about positioning. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. Also, it's about making sure you're facing the enemy away from the group, too. So they don't use their skills on the enemy. And I got the trousers. We still got some exercises to do here. Engage multiple targets. Okay. So this one's gonna be about keeping them alive, so listen up, novice. I'm a listening, bitch. For this exercise, you'll be training against multiple opponents. Use overpower to gain immunity with the group, just like you practiced. Be sure that the enemy is only interested in hitting you. Defeat every enemy on the field, and I'll consider your lesson learned. Are we clear? Let me know when you're ready. Yes. Let me in. Now underway. Adjust your position so that you hit all your foes with overpower. Once you've got the situation under control, you can start using combinations. Hope you're healing good. I definitely took the heat. I immediately took the heat. I tried to play tank in that one mission, that's what got me killed, because they were not healing me. You see how fighting a group calls for a different technique? If you want to be at your most effective, you need to switch your tactics to meet the situation. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember, this is training on the field of battle. Available from, wait, the following class quest must be first. Oh, I have to do class quest first. No, but I want the rest of the. Sir, you could have told me that before I started this. You're despicable. I guess we're doing the Marauder quest a little early. I was gonna wait until we were like at 30, because that's where you switch your classes, but whatever. Hey, sir. The armors. They're lower levels, so it don't really matter, but I can put an eye patch. I could get the eye patch. Yeah, I'll just get the... No, that's only 25. I'll probably just grab the eye patch so I can have it for either. Anyway. Lily, you approached me with the Marauder strides. Determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius or the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade, and that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by the extraordinary physical strength. Then we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild, a method that you too shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to that person in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. I was so excited to get the top in the ring and everything. Yeah, have to do these damn class ones first. Rude. What are you gonna show me? The Axe Master told me you'd be on your way. Me name's Rowan R? Rowan Rar? I don't know what your name is, sir. Good it is to meet a new marauder. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right. Our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't just... You can't use just any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rugem, a fellow marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Fine. Go hit a rock. So I guess this is going to be a little longer than I thought. So I want to be able to finish the training so we can do the dungeon first thing in the next video, unlike, So yeah. Time to go bust the rock into. This is level 5 quest, so I probably need to do level 5, level 10, and level 15 for the training, I'm gonna guess. I'll be lazy and use the bridge this time, so I don't have to shimmy up. Hey, show me how to hit a rock. Greetings, lass. Ready to split some stone, are ye? I have 3 nice hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now. Just hit them with a good, solid, heavy swing. Bop. Where's the other one? Oh, there's another one. Bop. Oh, there it is. Bop. I did it. That's the way to do it, lass. Now you get the idea. Why don't you add him a little harder with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Can you imagine how much strength you must have to be able to crack a rock in splinters with a fucking axe? And it's coming from this little LFL. Hey, I can see you're a natural. Your head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to the Axe Master and let him know you're ready for something harder. Thank you. Do-do-do-do-do. Main crystal is the closest. Excuse me. Sir, I cracked rocks outside. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, Lily? An urgent request for help has arrived from Red Rooster Stead, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official marauder duty, you should be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Zulkweb? I don't know. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. On the floor below? Like, in our training ground? Hi. Hey, Lily. I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks, I suppose. X-Master expects me to give you details then. Very well. It seems the farmers need to clear out a megalocrab nest near the Mourning Widow in Lower Lonosia. I shall trust you to find your own way there. Just don't forget your act. It said lore, right? Yeah. So jump over to the dry dock and then make our way back up. I never touched the Chocobo Keep. I know I didn't touch it in every area, but like I said, I rarely use that, but I don't know if you actually need to. See, it says so you may update your location later, so yeah. I think if you don't touch them, you can't actually go there. Yeah, it's up there somewhere, so we got a ways to walk. Might have actually been faster if we used the crystal in Limsa and just teleported to the gate, because I think we could have teleported to the Tempest Gate, which would have been right there. This is on me. We maybe can get this done in under 3 hours. These first ones are going to be jam-packed, man. But I really like getting, like, the stuff unlocked. And I have no backlog. My last video that I have recorded for the YouTube channel, as of recording this video, just went up. Like 8 minutes ago. See, it's 6 AM. My videos on YouTube go up, but I mean, if you're watching this, you know. But my videos on YouTube go up at 6 AM every day. My time. I see just rubber toads. Does not look like a crab nest. It looks like a river toad nest. Looks as if nobody's home. Perhaps they knew we were coming? Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers have got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Lily. You need to move. Now. On it. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't think it was gonna do that. I thought I was gonna have to click it. So I accidentally denied it. I'll bugger and shite! Get away from me, you bloody great bastard! Hey! Leave this boy alone. Oh. Hey, don't fucking just stand there, sir. I don't have Defiance yet. a lower quest, so I don't have all my skills. Leave my healer alone. Oh, motherfucker. Where did y'all come from? Why the fuck did you just go there? This kid is still in the combat. Why is he standing right there? Hey! Rock splitter joint. Got room for one more? Can't let the novice have all the fun. Nah, I wanted to have all the fun, man. I was doing good, too. Some of these bastards are harder than the damn boulders. He goes straight to the boss, so I'll get the little guy. Thank you, miss. I thought I was dead for sure. I can't even play outside no more. What with all these scary monsters about? Me ma and me da, they was both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. And Aurochs, big as a mountain. I bet you could beat it. Hey, make it pay for what it did to me folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like Lily here who'll be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big, nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Lily. Time you headed back as well. Before the Axemaster begins to worry, I've left your corpse for the crabs. I don't know why he just showed up randomly. He's just like, I wanna fight too. Since I had returned, and off cooldown, and go ahead and do that. And that way we can jump straight over here. So you have shattered the shells of the megalocrabs, and saved the life of a child into the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merits. Well done, Lily. But no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is known terror in the lands of Lanosea, ever seeking to expand its territory, and that boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. New thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, Lily. Nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cries for revenge, then you must grow stronger, becoming the raging behemoth this challenge demands. Do I want to get the... You know what? Fuck it. Give me the... Nah, give me the eye patch. That's not worth the money. Wake of Destruction. So this is one of them I need to do. Lily, I have gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Sigurd bade you slay. The tales name this creature Ujata? Ujata? Those who have witnessed Ujata in the terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain. Such is his immense size and bulk. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to blind Iron Mine. We have had word that folk are falling prey to the claws of the local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you, and let your axe blade sing in righteous slaughter. Where are these? No. I don't think we'll be able to go out there. The only way we'll go out is the Tempest, though. I like the Tempest one. Oops. No. Because this takes a... well... It might honestly be quicker to go to Zephyr Gate and then from there go here. Because the Tempest Gate is here. Yeah, it's probably about the same. We'll go to the Zephyr though. Also, is this weapon... Okay, my weapon's 13, though. This should practically pop me out right by the... where I need to be. What are those things? Oh, it's those guys. Okay. Not gonna lie, I don't think I knew what these guys are called. And I'm gonna be lazy and pay the 100 and go back. Oof. Welcome back, Lily. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there is yet much work to be done. Vegeta, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down these rampacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. And where is this? I don't care to save a little bit of money. I can, if I really end up needing Gil, which I don't usually, I need it once I start crafting and stuff, but because I buy stuff that I like from like monsters to speed it up and stuff for like leveling, but usually I don't need money much. It's just that we just started, so I'm a little low on it, obviously. We got 15 minutes before we're at 3 hours. We might have to finish the training in the next one, but I am going to try to do the rest of these quests. Or at the very least, the end of this one. I want to keep all of these like under 3 hours, but obviously I'm going to go what I consider proper. And I think at least clearing this out is proper. If not doing the training too. That way we can just go straight into the dungeon next time. Keep your foul breath to yourself, bitch. What did I say about your damn foul breath? That's the end of that. I don't think it was just that one either, though. It was like Wake and Destruction and something else, I think. Could be wrong. There, I did it though. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. Creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Fujata's rampages. To face him himself, you yet require far more training, but do not despair, Lily. As Axemaster and fellow marauder, this I swear, I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon, until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide and the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. You may find yourself drawn to explore the possibilities offered by other disciplines and guilds. These distractions are inevitable, and perhaps necessary, but I urge you to soon return to the path of the marauder. I do not wish your edge to dull, just as you began to show such potential. Fare you well, Lily. I don't think I really care about any of that stuff because it's lower level. Give me the bronze pieces. So now I can pick. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. So yeah, now we have access to unlock the other classes. Also, we should have access gear sets now. And what I was explaining earlier, yeah. See, these are based on like, I think my numbered gear set that I had personally set up, so obviously like they have numbers on them. But yeah, so if I want to change ever, I can just hit this and it'll just take me back to Marauder. I obviously don't have other classes, so it's not relevant. But anyway. That's actually neat though, that it carries over exactly your numbers too. So it's gears set 16 and 15 over there and whatnot. Interesting. Anyway. Tomahawk. Delivers a ranged attack with potential. Oh, so this is probably why I need. I probably need this move. Also, is this a better axe? It is. I see you have been diligent in your training. You need not to tell me in words. It shows in your bearing, in your unwavering gaze. It is time for you once more lift your axe in service to the guild. There have been reports of a sizable creature roaming the outskirts of Aleport in western Lonesia. This monster is no Kujata, but the threat is present to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove a worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How to find this beast? Well, I am fortunate enough to count among my acquaintance a veteran hunter and archer by the name of Rainfred? I don't know. Took up residence in Aleport some years ago and will gladly aid you in this task. With his assistance, you are to track down this prowling danger and provide it swift and bloody passage to the afterlife. May your axe swing true. Aleport it is. There's probably some training with that ranged attack, and that's why I needed to do these. Down or up? Forget if we... Yeah, we can go in here. You are indeed in here. One of Orzoan's girls, are ye? Why, I've known that sprat since he was knee-high to a... Well, he was always kind of a big fella. Was, Orzoan. And now they call him Axemaster, eh? Not a subtle lot for you marauders. But I suppose you're here to hunt our local trouble. What you need to do, then, is take yourself northwest up towards Camp Skull Valley and give a good whistle. The name bugger you're after, his name's Petripatane? I don't know how you say that. By and the by, he'll come running across the weeded plains. He'll think you're trespassing on his territory, you see? So you better have that cleaver of yours ready. Austin's blessings be upon you. Whistle to draw him out. Okay, and then slay him. How far is he over here? Oh. Quite a bit. Yeah, we're gonna go over 3 hours for this one just because I want to finish these training things. I did see that say these first videos are gonna be jam-packed. Where are you, motherfucker? Oh, you're oh, okay. You're a courier or whatever. You are not very threatening, sir. Oh, this motherfucker shocked me. Or paralysis, whatever. Back to the Axemaster. I was gonna make a bout of this quest. I was drawn to lights over there. I was wondering if that was a Dragoon or not, but I don't think it was. I think it was a different kind of spell. I have been in contact with him, and he had naught but praise for you, Lily. Your representation of the guild has been exemplary. I always forget how to say that. I know what it means, but there's one more task I would have you complete this day. A task that will demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to Scat Begin, where he waits on the bank of the ageless river, and he shall help you unveil the untapped power of your act. In Middle Lenosia, okay. How close to this is he? He's over there. Sure. Let's close enough. I mean, we're not gonna get any closer. So this dude gonna teach me how to throw it like tomahawk. You can have me throw it at a boulder, aren't you? Hi, lass. I know why you're here, and after seeing this big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here. Now, my rock's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles I'd you training on. To crack this beauty will require a relatively heavy swing, impossible, you say. Axe Master wouldn't send you out here if he didn't think you capable. Oh, I don't have to throw, I just need to use. Never mind, I thought I was gonna have to throw it at her. Did you look at that? And on your first attempt too. Well, I guess it's back to the Axe Master for you. That was hilarious. And I said hit a bigger rock. That's honestly kind of funny. Did I do the thing? I knew you'd return before long. The deafening crack of the shattering boulder reached me even here. This feat of strength deserves recognition, and you shall have it in the form of a new technique, adopted and perfected by our guild forebears. The tomahawk throw was first derived by pirates as an opening attack on closing enemy vessels. Though we primarily focus on close quarter combat, you will no doubt find that having a powerful ranged strike at your disposal greatly expands your tactical versatility. I sense that the impending confrontation with Gujata weighs heavily on your mind, but hurried swings lead to glancing blows. There's no swift road to attaining the peak of mastery you seek, only a steady, measured ascent. Tomahawk. Oh, I don't even have Duty Finder unlocked yet. So what level is this one? It's a level 21. Axe Master Zoan requires your assistance with a troubling development. Lily, there's trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beasts? Gujata. The boy's grandfather, Nedard, but recently contacted us with worrisome news. King Sighard has gone missing. There have been sightings of the Gujata in the area, and it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. As you are familiar with the boy and his tragic tale, I would have you attend to this matter. My sister awaits you at the Bismarck. She has been apprised of the situation and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. So I'm gonna push this one. We're already at 3 hours. I want to push this one, finish this quest, and then go back to the Hall of Novice and complete it out like I wanted to. Bismarck is a culinary place, right? So we're gonna go full on this. Ah, Lily. I assume you are here to discuss the missing child and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew. First things first, I'd advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster's stead and learn what more we can from old the grandfather. However you say his damn name. Also, while I'm thinking about it, this is a higher weapon, so let's put that on. The rooster is up there, so we can't actually get there. The quickest way... Fine, none of the ways are great, but we'll go to the Tempest Gate. I'll technically, I think, put us closest. Still got a ways to run. All the way up here. There's somebody that's starting out with a chocobo. I don't think I ever use my chocobo as a mount when I unlock it because I have all the collector's edition mount and stuff. Once we kind of unlock stuff, I'll try to make sure I keep the videos more for like 2 hours. I'll try, but as always, I will always go what I feel should be like finished. Like, I don't feel this is proper to end it without doing this. Thank the gods you're here. It seems my grandson is set on causing naught but trouble for ye. But surely ye can how the lad is feeling. How he's boiling with hate for that murderous beast. And the last time when you came along like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, you lit a fire in his belly. He must have got it in his head to take revenge on the beast himself. Daft little bugger. Any road, once he heard Ujata had been spotted near airport, why, he's shot through that door like an arrow from a bow, and I ain't seen him since. I beg of ye, find me little Sigard? Sigard? I'm not sure how you say that. Before he gets himself stomped to death. That big bastard RX has spilled more than enough of my kin's blood. Go. Her course is clear. We must set out for airport at once. An old acquaintance of mine often stands guard at the port gate. You might know something of the lad's whereabouts. The airport is not here, so I'll jump over to airport. Poof. have I seen a boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad traipsing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and to bring the child back ourselves. A large pack of jackals have been prowling in the wilds of late. If we mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Hells, might even pass along the word to the Marauders Guild. You'd be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. This is water skin. Satchel is over here. Who am I attacking this time? More of you guys, okay. I will say I'm glad that they up and changed the Hall of Novice though, because it used to be generic for any of the classes you were, so you didn't really learn about in melee and stuff. You did learn about dodging. You learned about there was only 5 courses too, if I remember right. You must have been in a desperate hurry, indeed, to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across this wood axe and a tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps? A tool the lad took. God's below. Lily, over there. Ugh. Lily. Take care of the boy. I got these fuckers, including asshole up there if I have to. Beat the jackals. Damn, there's so many jackals. Quick now. Hers are out for blood. Watch your flanks. As long as he's protected, I don't care. More have found the center. Get yourself, girl, if you have to. You're a conjurer, why aren't you healing yourself? Okay, we protect the boy. Step aside. Bruh. I'm gonna just say brother. Because that's supposed to be his sister. So. I still don't know how to say his name. He breathes yet. We withdraw to the Red Rooster stead. Follow my lead, Lily. We've already killed the wounded ones. Can I kill him now? This is Aleport, so this is not where... Well, like I said, this is gonna be a... Well, as long as I get everything done in time, I won't go 4 hours. If it gets close to 4 hours, I will have to cut it off. Let's see. Can I do the other trainings now? I can. Execute a ranged attack to increase... Yeah, so it's Tomahawk. That's why I had to do that one. Fair enough. Listen up, novice. For this exercise, you'll learn to establish an enemy with a ranged attack. In battle, your enemies won't care not for fair. Stroll into a pack of foes and you're asking to get swarmed. And your tomahawk technique will be the tool for the job. Rather than blunder into a mob of nasties, you're better off pulling a few at a time from a distance. Defeat every enemy on the field, then I'll consider your lesson learned. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it in like a group order. That's why I used Provoke earlier when I was, so I didn't get swarmed by anyone. Training exercise is now underway. Don't get too close. You don't want to fight them all at once. Use the tomahawk to break a chunk away from the group and grab their full attention. Bam! Divide and conquer, lass. You beat it to tame, Dodo. I'm guessing it's gonna be, if I hit one, everyone that's the same is gonna come here, so I'm guessing when I hit this one, the other automatons are gonna come? Yeah. Come here. Keep it up, Lash. You're almost at the end. With the Conjurer healing me, I definitely would have been able to take more than just the two, but... If I can do all of these right now, I'll finish the training and then we'll go to Red Rooster Inn and end it. Situation don't always allow it, but often there's a better strategy than charge. Here's your bonus for completing the exercise. Remember this training on the field of battle. Exercise 10. Engage enemy reinforcements. Listen up, novice. They always say like the same bullshit. For this exercise, you learn to deal with reinforcement. Sometimes they're latecomers to a battle, so you've got to stay alert. If you notice a new foe arrive, don't give in to panic, keep calm and pick the enemy up with your usual tools. Are they too far away for a combination? Then reel them in with a tomahawk. Or provoke. Once you've got everyone nice and close, you can switch to overpower and keep that enemy flowing. Defeat every enemy on the field and I'll consider your lesson learned. I'm guessing I'm gonna have teammates that I have to keep the enemies off of. Let me at them. Okay, so we're just starting with 1, but maximum call for aid at certain points in the battle. Prioritize taking down the reinforcements. New enemy. Mine. Hey! I hit you with the tomahawk. Why did you not come over here? Hey, I hit you with the tomahawk. Why don't you turn into me? I like how they're like, use the tomahawk if you have to get their attention, but then like, they didn't get my attention from the tomahawk. Now we have this. How does it look? Yeah, it does look different. Because it's armor. Interesting. Okay. And now we get the final exercise. I wonder if this is going to be the same. It's going to be like the... It looks like it's the same. This was the final exercise, I think, before, too. This is the final exercise. As the accumulation of your training, all skills you learn will be put to the test. I wonder if it's actually going to be exactly the same, because it was definitely in this thing. Read deep, remember your lessons, and you'll do fine. Let me know when you're ready to begin. We got the Dodo's the first one? Yes, the Dodo is the first one. I'm pretty sure this is exactly the same as the old final exercise. Pretty sure this is the same still. The last one's a big enemy, but I can't remember what the big enemy is. It's like a Goblin, or it's a Goblin. Something bigger though, if I remember right. It's a Goblin. I knew it was something big. I love the fact that I knew even what enemy it is, so that tells you they definitely did not change this specific fight. They just changed how I deal with it. Honestly, they might not even change this, because if you would have done this before with a tank, you would have done the same thing anyway. So, I mean... Not this done. Don't have to know. Good job, you two. Now give me my ring. So this get up to level 30, you get 30% more experience on combat related ones, so it's not going to be that helpful for this class, but when I do other classes, it'll be helpful. But it also is just better in stats anyway than cause like look at our other rings. This one's all just 1 of everything, this is 3, so I mean... and now... Alright. We have to go all the way. We're gonna double be lazy for this one. Oh wait, did I went the wrong way. It's this way I needed to go. So, what I meant by doubly lazy. It'll take 2 minutes, it's 15 gil, and they'll take you. You don't do anything. Auto run. You can get off at any point in time, but you still spend the money, so you really shouldn't. But this is what I meant about getting like the Chocobo Keep stuff, because they'll do this for you. Like my controller's literally just sitting on my lap at the moment. I'm not doing jack shit here. So if you don't want to run everywhere, you can do this. It still takes time, but you can literally like walk away. I know when I used to play, and I did use these at times, I would it would be like 2 minutes to the other town. I would hit the 2 minutes and then go use the bathroom while it walks me there. But yeah, we're gonna turn in this quest and finish out our because I think this was the level 21. So we won't get another one until level 25. So when we start back, we've done all the exercises for tank. And then we've done all the class quests we can, so we'll do the dungeon in the next video. And I'll try to keep it under 3 hours. 2 hours and something. The dungeon itself is probably going to take like 30 minutes. Depending, maybe a little more, since I'm the tank of the dungeon. I think this one has, I think most of these dungeons have their support stuff, so we shouldn't have any issue with getting one right away, but... You're like inside this inside building? Yes, it is. You brought him home. I don't got words to thank you. Lad's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. You hadn't scattered those jackals when you did. I have done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Mailport, I realized the dangers were greater than I had anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Pray accept my apologies. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered. You risked your lives to save my grandson. I'm just gonna say that. How's a man to find fault with that? It's me who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds you took protecting me, foolish boy. You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There's not more we can accomplish here, Lily. It is time we return to the guild and focus on other tasks. That damn calamity, I tell ye. I lost me wife, me son, and me daughter-in-law in the aftermath. If it weren't for me grandson, I don't reckon I'd have much reason to linger on. Well, that's fucking depressing. I'm sorry I talked to you after the fact. One of the few NPCs I talked to. And if that is what I get in response. God damn it. See, all of them have dialogue at any point in time. So, like, you can talk to them extra if you want to. I just generally choose not to. There's just so much as is anyway. Just toss him to the sharks. I'm glad the lad will live, but I fear this will not be the last time he abandons caution in his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy. Instead, let his helpless rage be as a spur to our efforts. I say again, Lily, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Now, as you see, it's level 25. I'm gonna jump to airport, so we're there. I'm not gonna do it, obviously. We're in a cutscene. We're gonna run over there, but we're not gonna do it yet. I'm pretty sure we'll unlock the dungeon. We'll talk to them and get it ready to go in. But I'm pretty sure it's a support duty one. But all our training is done. We're ready for the dungeon. Technically didn't have to do any of that, but we got new armor out of the matter. I don't like this. Doesn't look as like nice. I wonder if it looks different on our different race. Sometimes they do, because like I had this pair of like looked like shorts. I walked right past it, didn't I? Yes, I did. I had this like pair of shorts. No joke. And when I changed my class, it changed from like a pair of shorts to straight up like underwear. That's like how dramatic it changed from the Hothgar to the Rogue Guide, and I'm like, damn, I was running around in underwear. I didn't even know that was what it was. It just looked like pants to me. Please tell me you're here on the Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. Can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of the dungeon here. We weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-faced tattoos. Okay, Duty Finder and Duty Support unlocked. The dungeon unlocked. Okay, so it is a Duty Support. I was pretty sure it was. Duty calls. A dungeon beckons. Enlist the aid of ally players and NPCs alike to slay monsters, solve mysteries, and defeat the mighty boss lurking in the depths. Conquering dungeons is not the only time-honored tradition of adventurers, but it also progresses the main scenario and tests your prowess at a given class or job in a timed environment. Intimidated? Fear not, dear adventurer, for with a little guidance, you too shall be clearing dungeons with confidence in no time. Into the Depths, 2 ways of adventure. You may challenge a dungeon via 2 different methods, by calling upon the support of trusty NPCs or by pooling your talent with other players. Be they best friend or first acquaintance, no matter how you form your party, the trials that await you will be comparable in difficulty and experience. Into the Duty Support. No matter how independent and capable you may be, a dungeon is too mighty a challenge to overcome on one own. By choosing Duty Support when accessing the entrance, any possible dungeon, you will summon a balanced team of skilled NPCs to support you on your path to glory. Just don't forget them once you're rich and famous, yes? Duty Support continued. After choosing to challenge a dungeon with NPCs via duty, a party that perfectly complements your current class or job will automatically be created for you. All that's left is select register for duty and you'll be battling monsters in no time. Duty Finder is where you deal with other people. They say a burden shared is a burden halved, and with the Duty Finder you can split that burden amongst a team of players who smolder with the same passion for adventure as you do. No need to recruit such teammates yourself. The Duty Finder's matchmaking system will automatically group players according to chosen challenge and other criteria, guaranteeing a balanced and invigorating cooperative experience for all. Once you have been matched with the party, you'll be notified by a bracing sound that the time of battle is at hand. Simply select Commence, and you and your comrades will be delivered onto the fray, which you'll see when we do trials, because trials don't have duty support. And some dungeons don't. But I think they've changed, because I remember, for how far I got in Stormblood, I'm positive there was more dungeons that did not have duty support in them at the time, and that do now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've actually added more since my first character. Dungeons abound. As your journey progresses, more and more dungeons will become available until you find yourself master of the sea of tribulation overcome. But don't let completion deter you from challenging your favorite duties again. Simply open Duty Support to play through dungeons you've cleared, or use Duty Finder to do the same with dungeons not yet supported by NPC party system. No matter your craving, you're guaranteed to find an adventure to satisfy. While this introduction of dungeons has no doubt been immortalized within the hallowed halls of your mind, if you find yourself in need of a refresher, you may access tutorial information again by selecting the question mark in the Duty Finder or Duty Support windows. A true adventurer knows the meaning of duty. Secure your legacy by fulfilling it. That used to not be there for sure either. Wait, can we do Duty Support? Oh, we can. Interesting. I actually did not know that you could do Duty Support from here. I always thought you had to do it from, like, up here. Anyway. Like, comment, and subscribe, because we are going way long over what I wanted to. But we did everything I wanted to, and said I would in this video. It just took a lot longer. So anyway, see you in the next one, where Lily Lovecraft will take on this dungeon and see if the Serpent Reapers are there.